Hi, I'm Taryn and I'm the blind homemaker, and join me as I show you how to put on your makeup as a blind woman. I've gotten so many requests to talk about how I put on my makeup as a blind woman. And I don't know, maybe it's the devil, but there is somebody out there that does not want me to show you blind people how to put on makeup, because this is going to be like the 5th time I've tried to record this process and something keeps happening with the technology. So fingers crossed it goes well. So what I'm going to start with is my tinted moisturizer. It is from Andalou Organics or Andalou Naturals, and it has SPF in it, and it has good coverage for what I want right now. I'm just doing kind of like an everyday makeup look, so I don't need anything full coverage. And I'm just going to apply it with my hands. I know some people have thoughts about that, but it's the best way for me to know where all the product is going. And make sure you get like under your chin and kind of down your neck a little bit. You want to make sure everything is covered. Now, if you have maybe some dark spots or acne scars or something like that, you may want to go with something that's a little more coverage. I have pretty dry skin, so I always go with a cream or a liquid foundation / like tinted moisturizer, because a powder, my skin could never. I would be so cakey. Maybe when I lived in Louisiana, but because I live in Colorado now, it is so dry that there is just no way. So I'm just blending this all through my face. Take your time. I also recommend that you go somewhere like Sephora or like some kind of makeup counter where they can help choose your foundation colors, your eyeshadow colors, bronzer, blush, all of that, where they can help match it to your specific needs and your specific skin tone, and then have them teach you, just so you know how to apply all of your products. And depending on the products, the application is going to be different, because different products have different amounts of pigment, so you may need to use a whole lot of one and then barely any of another. So I've got my foundation / tinted moisturizer on. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. So this also has a primer in it, so I don't use a primer. You can still use one under this, but I don't, just because I'm doing a super easy everyday makeup look. So next, I am going to grab some concealer, and I'm just going to dab a little bit of this under my eyes, just because I am a mom and I haven't slept well in over 14 years. So concealer under your eyes is very necessary. I'm just going to use my ring fingers to just kind of dab that in. And then I'm also going to use my beauty blender to help blend it through. Use your ring fingers, because that skin under your eyes, it's just very thin and fragile, so you want to be super, super gentle. So I'm just using my beauty blender, and I'm using the tip of it to just dab under my eyes to make sure all of that product is blended in well. And I'm also going to do more blending later. So just dabbing through and just removing any extra product and blending through what I have. So that part is done. I am going to go on to bronzer next. I like this shimmer bronzer when I'm doing more of a not a whole lot of makeup look, just because it adds some visual interest. But if I was doing like a red lip or a really bold eyeshadow, I would do a matte bronzer. So I'm just gonna add some bronzer to my brush and tap it off. And this is going to go under my cheekbone, around my jawline, towards my chin and then up my face around my hairline to my forehead. So it's going to look like a print 3 on both sides of your face. So up on your forehead, around your temple, down under your cheekbone, and then down under your jawbone, like around to your chin. So it's kind of like outlining the outside part of your face and then coming in under your cheekbone. And this is going to help contour your face a little bit, and it's going to give you like a little sun-kissed look, which I'm a big fan of. And I know people are going to say something about this, so I just have to address it. I do have some vision, but I'm here to tell you, I cannot see these colors. I cannot see what I'm doing at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, my camera is right in front of me. So there is a mirror, but my camera's there, so I can't see anything there anyway. So you can do your makeup as a blind person independently. It just may take some practice. You may have to FaceTime, phone a friend to just be like, hey, do I look okay? And that's all right. I have a teenage daughter, so it's very easy for me. So I'm just getting any extra product off of my brush. I know it's probably gonna look crazy right now, but that's okay because I'm gonna blend in later. So now I'm gonna grab my blush. And this is just going to go on the apples of my cheeks, up my cheekbones, and then into like my temple area. And I like a pretty like sunburny look. So some people prefer more of a orangey, some people prefer more of a red or a peachy. So just play around, see what you like the most, see what looks good with your skin tone. And I'm just dabbing the product into my skin. I'm not scrubbing, I'm not being really rough on the brush. I'm just dabbing because your skin, that's the only skin you have. So we don't want to be rough with her. Just dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. Okay, now I am going to grab my highlighter, and I'm just going to put the highlighter above my cheekbone. So if you're thinking about in order, top of your cheekbone is highlighter, cheekbone is blush, and then under is bronzer. And that's the order you want to do that in. And I'm just using my fingers to just dab on top of my cheekbones. I'll add some more highlighter other places later, but for the face, this is what I'm doing now. Now, I'm grabbing my fluffy brush again, and I'm going to blend. And how I'm going to do that is in circular motions. I'm going to blend the product into my face, and I always believe in erring on the side of caution and doing more blending than less blending. You don't want to have streaky, unblended makeup. No one has time for that. I'm just blending really well. All the product. And when you're blending on your forehead, make sure you blend like into your hairline, because you don't want to have a strip of skin that in between your hairline and your bronzer. That would look crazy. So make sure to blend into your hairline, and you can just use like a moist rag to remove any product that goes into your hair if that becomes a problem. So just blending all over where I applied that product with this fluffy, fluffy brush. And now we're gonna go on to eyeshadow. For my more natural makeup look, I'm just going to use this same bronzer to do my eyeshadow. So I have an eyeshadow brush. Just gonna load up my brush and tap it off. And then on pretty much the whole eyelid up to my, where you feel the bone, where you're right above your crease, that's where I'm gonna stop. And I'm just gonna dab the product on, and then like in a windshield wiper motion, I will blend. So I'm just dabbing right now onto my eyelid. You can go crazy with eyeshadow, but I'm doing a pretty easy look where I don't have to have a lot of different colors. Now, there are times that I do, especially date nights, where I do many more colors and shimmer and different things like that. And I can do a tutorial down the road on that type of look. But just my everyday look, it's just the bronzer on my eyes. I'm just blending that in really well. And usually, I know this video may be a little bit long, but when I'm not talking through it, I can do this process very quickly, like no longer than 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes is gonna pass regardless, so put on a little makeup, it'll make you feel good. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye. Dabbing through and then blending in a windshield wiper motion. Blending really well, because you know what I say about the blending. Now I'm going to grab my highlighter again. I'm going to use just my ring finger to grab some product, and I'm going to just press the tip of my ring finger into the corner of my eye, and that's where the highlight is going to go, because you want a little bit of highlight right on the inner corner of your eye. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm also going to put some on both of my brow bones under my eyebrow. And then we're gonna, of course, you know, blend it in. Blending is such an important part to doing makeup. So I applied that. I'm going to just clean my brush off again. And I'm gonna blend my inner corners first. Blend those in pretty well. And then my brow bone. Okay, so the elephant in the room. I get eyelash extensions. So I'm not going to be using mascara, but I've only been getting eyelash extensions for maybe like less than a year. So before that, I did mascara. Blind people can do mascara. It's not that hard, but I don't need to. But what I do need to do is grab my spoolie brush.
Jesus Christ. Fucking stupid technology. Everything that goes with it.
Technology is failing us again. So I have my beautiful assistant here watching the camera because it likes to slip down the mirror. I got these little suction cup things and it's not working very well. So back to what I was saying, I have my spoolie brush. I'm going to get it wet and then I'm going to brush through my eyelashes because there is sometimes product from doing the eyeshadow. So I'm just brushing my lashes up. Put a little bit of that water on there to make sure I don't have any bronzer or highlight or anything like that. Brushing, brushing, brushing. But if you want to practice doing eyeshadow, or no, not eyeshadow. So if you want to practice doing mascara, get you some clear mascara because you can get used to it. It won't be quite as intimidating and you don't have to worry that you'll have flakes or smudges anywhere. So start with clear mascara. So I'm still just brushing through my lashes. And then I'm going to use the spoolie brush and also just kind of brush through my brows. Also my esthetician, she waxes and tints my eyebrows. So I do not usually add anything to my eyebrows, but I have before. And I'm a big fan of tinting your eyebrows so you just don't have to worry about drawing your eyebrows on every day. And if you do the eyelash extensions and the eyebrows, even if you don't do any makeup or you just do tint and moisturizer and blush, you look relatively put together. So I've just finished my brows and my lashes and I'm going to get my setting spray and I'm going to set my makeup. So I put a good bit on there because I don't want my makeup going anywhere. And it low-key feels like you're waterboarding yourself a little bit. Okay, now lip gloss. I got lipstick. I could not find the lip gloss that I wanted, which is fine. Lipstick will be fine. I don't love lining my lips on a day-to-day basis, so I don't. So I'm just adding the lipstick, and then I'm gonna go through with my finger to just kind of blend it. And there's a whole way to do like a red lip too. So I can talk about that on another day. And then I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any lipstick on the outside. And that's it. That's makeup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, all of the things, and I hope everybody has a Merry, Merry Christmas.